Question. I'm gonna be honest and say you have to build both at the same time. You know, because you're gonna have to set. I feel like a part of your brand is going to be your standards and what your expectations are and what you're going to deliver. So that has to be executed while you're building the brand. You can't say, you know what, once we start making this kind of money, then we're going to give this kind of service. No matter if you have it or not, that service needs to be delivered. So just making sure whatever that standard is and whatever you're thriving to be, no matter if you're making 1.5 million or you're making $100, you have to execute on that level. People need to make sure they come to work with their t-shirts on. Customer service need to be at an all-time high. You need to continue to sweep and mop that floor. You know what I'm saying? You need to make sure you have good branding. Everything needs to align on your website as it does your social media play. It needs to happen as soon as you open those doors. Now, you may not be able to do it as consistently, you know what I'm saying, which is fine. So you may take your time with, and you may walk it out like, okay, first I'm gonna start off with my website, then I'm gonna get my social media page, then I'm gonna get flyers, then I'm gonna have a content creator. That's fine, but you still need to be able to execute, you know what I'm saying, cohesively together.
Yeah, no, that's good right there. Hey, you out here giving a math class tonight. I'm taking notes, man. Cause that's good stuff right there. I think a lot of people they don't put the value. Like you said, they'll say when I get to a certain amount where I get doing no sales, I'll give this type of service to them. No, in the door. Like let me give you this exceptional service right here. That's okay. All right. Okay. So we got, when you start the restaurant, so I and this is what I like about you, because I honestly, this is what I believe with you. Like, you see something, like, I'm going for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't live life with regrets. Yeah. So, okay, so we got Bite. Let's talk about creative space, because that to me I feel like that's visionary stuff right there, because right now everyone's in the content. I'm gonna create content for my business, for my service, for this and that. And you have the vision to create an actual space for people to cultivate that. So I'll let you speak upon that.
Yeah. Okay. So again, in the pandemic, so actually my lease was up for the daycare, and I was like, I'm about to go buy a building. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm looking for a building, and I'm finding one. And to be honest, sometimes when we are trying to rebuild or restructure, we go in with a low mentality. You know, we don't go in with, we have the courage. Like you said, I had that thought, like, let's go, but I was still thinking on a lower scale. And I chose a location that was trash. It wasn't. I'm like, I'm gonna just redevelop this area. It's gonna be amazing. And then God was like, no, you're gonna go out here and do this instead. And I was like, but God, we gotta get this daycare. And He's like, no. And He's just dropping these things to me, and I'm just writing everything down. And He's telling me, as I begin to do that, I hear what He's telling me to do. And what I did, I feel like that's unique about all of my businesses, is that I allow all of my business to work together. So my restaurant feeds my daycare and my restaurant feeds my nonprofit. My housing program feeds the people that's in my daycare who may be facing homelessness and things of that sort. So I utilize my businesses to work together. But then when I thought on a bigger scale, once I began having women's group and feeding the homeless and having youth college day programming, I'm like, you know what? We need more, like, because I'm getting these people that need help and they want to build their businesses, but they don't really have a real space for it. So, and Bite is a restaurant